The suspense over the next Delhi Chief Minister has finally come to an end, with the Bharatiya Janata Party announcing the first-time MLA Rekha Gupta as Delhi's new Chief Minister. Rekha Gupta, remember, will be the fourth woman Chief Minister of Delhi after Sushma Swaraj, Sheila and Atishi. She emerged victorious from Shalimar Bagh Assembly constituency, ending Aam Aadmi Party's 12-year dominance from that particular seat. Rekha Gupta will be the lone woman Chief Minister among the states being currently ruled by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Meanwhile, Vijender Gupta has been selected as the Assembly Speaker. Now, after her name was confirmed, Rekha Gupta thanked the Prime Minister and BJP President JP Nadda for electing her as the Chief Minister. Remember, the grand oath-taking ceremony will be held at the Ramlila Maidan tomorrow at 12 p.m. Let me straight away go across to my colleague Pragya, who had been tracking that crucial meeting that took place at the BJP headquarters, and she's been tracking all the developments since this entire process began today. Pragya, finally we have a name, and that name is Rekha Gupta. What more are you hearing from there? What are the reasons behind the choice of this new Chief Minister by the BJP?
Well, she is a veteran BJP leader is what I can tell you. She had been three-time councillor and a mayor, and she knows how municipal corporation work. Remember, many of the seats have been won by the BJP on pretext on local issues like cleanliness and garbage cleaning, dirty water. These are the issues that, Rekha Gupta knows very well. And in fact, she had been General Secretary of the state unit, and she had contested elections earlier as well for the assembly election. Unsuccessfully, but this time she won the election, and she had been a DUSU president. Since time of ABVP, she had been with the party. She was elected DUSU president. She was member of the national executive as well. So she has donned many hats, and she has experience of the administration, of how party works, what party thinks, what party ideology is, and how to ensure that what task is given by the top brass and how to deliver that task. She has done that all, and this is probably why when we said in the evening that experience will matter, Rekha Gupta is one that fits all that criteria. Rekha Gupta is the first woman BJP Chief Minister, in fact women Chief Minister of BJP ruled state for that matter, and this is a huge accolade, and BJP has, by doing so, has also sent a message to voter women base. Remember, women have been voting for the BJP time and again, and many of the opposition party have been asking when will we see a BJP women chief minister, and whether the BJP was ready, in fact, to have a women chief minister or not. This time, the answer has been given to all of them. Delhi now has a woman chief minister, Rekha Gupta, obviously a very senior and a very, I would say, a mature politician and an administrator as well. She knows Delhi inside out, and she has worked from the grassroots level, from the Delhi Student Union to municipality and now to the assembly.
All right, Pragya, thanks very much for joining us at the moment and getting us all of those details. Of course, let's also, ladies and gentlemen, listen in to what Rekha Gupta had to say after her name was announced.
रेखा जी, पहला रिएक्शन, कांग्रेचुलेशंस ऑन बीइंग सीएम। बहुत बड़ा काम आपको पार्टी ने दिया है, क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
धन्यवाद अपने शीर्ष नेतृत्व को, आदरणीय मोदी जी को, दिल्ली की जनता को।
कितना बड़ा दायित्व आपको दिया गया है पार्टी द्वारा, आपको लगता है जिम्मेदारी बहुत है? अगर दायित्व भी दिया गया तो जिम्मेदारी भी बहुत है।
बिल्कुल जिम्मेदारी है, बिल्कुल।
पहला काम आप लोग क्या करने वाले हैं? यमुना का सफाई तो शुरू हो गई है रेखा जी।
दिल्ली के लिए जो मोदी जी का विजन है उसको पूरा करना ही हमारा सर्वप्रथम उद्देश्य है।
All right, to talk more on this on the broadcast, I'm first joined by Professor K.G. Suresh. He's a political analyst. I'm also joined by a panel of guests, Pradeep Mahar of the BJP, Syed Asad Abbas, political analyst, and Abhinandita Mathur of the Aam Aadmi Party. I'd like to start with Professor K.G. Suresh, and I believe he has to leave, so I request all of you to give me 10 minutes with him, and then I'll come to all of you. Professor K.G. Suresh, I remember having this conversation with you on the day the Delhi election results came out, and both of us were talking about how unpredictable the Bharatiya Janata Party can be in naming its chief minister. But I think now you can give us media people some credit that at least Rekha Gupta was on that list of front runners, and we did have her name.
Well, if you take 8 names and then say that one of it clicked, but certainly she was not one of the
Come
front
on, we
runners.
could have
You
taken
also
any name,
admit,
Professor Suresh. We had Rekha
you
Gupta.
also admit that she was certainly not. You had Parvesh Verma, and of course Rekha Gupta's name was there, and rightly so. Because she was the most prominent, woman candidate who had won, and certainly because we have had a history of women chief ministers in the state, right from Sheila Dikshit to Sushma Swaraj to Atishi being the latest. It was but natural that there was speculation that BJP could go for a woman, but I think it would be unfair to look at her only from the gender perspective. I think she has been right from her student days, she has been a core worker belonging to the core ideology. And secondly, one aspect I think that we should not forget that Delhi in the past was always a Jansangh fortress. And in that, the backbone of the party was always considered BJP's larger inclusive image of OBCs, Dalits, and others came much later. But initially, it was the perception was always that it was a Brahman Baniya party. The Vaishya community has been the backbone of the party and continues to be the backbone of the party for in many states. In fact, they have been funding, they have been supporting financially and otherwise Bharatiya Janata Party. Perhaps Mr. Kejriwal's entry, because he himself belongs to that community, certainly dented. And there was a perception that a sizable segment of the Vaishya community has shifted to Aam Aadmi Party. And this was also one way. I'm not saying this is the only reason. This was also one way of sending a message to that community across the country, which has always been, by and large, supportive of the BJP. That you see, we have given a chance to one of your members of the community. Secondly, I believe that maybe one of the strategies is also that apart from her commitment, her administrative and other as a counselor she has been, but she's a first time MLA. But the fact is that maybe the idea is that voters are going to now compare her with Atishi, her predecessor. So maybe she is expected to draw a bigger line. And thirdly, she is very much aware of Delhi's problems. As a counselor, she has worked at the grassroots. She is aware of student issues. She comes from a middle class family, so she is aware of those issues also. Her father was a bank officer and all that. So you are also in a way, because middle class was one, segment which the BJP catered to in its manifesto this time, whether it be the 8th pay commission announcement or the income tax rebate. So maybe a message to the middle class that one of you have been, made the chief minister also. So there are a lot of factors which have played into it. And
Professor
certainly
Suresh,
the fact that she does not have any controversy, she does not have any, she has a good image, a positive image, and that she will work in coordination with not only the leaders within the city, but also the neighboring states. So these are all many factors which, I think went in her favor.
Sure, the fact that there was a Banya vote, which was probably around 66% in this time, in this year's elections, that went for the BJP. There was, of course, the women voters, towards which Bharatiya Janata Party was trying to reach out. They had schemes coming out. So I understand your point when you say that gender is not the only lens through which we should be seeing Rekha Gupta. But as far as challenges
and maybe that is a
concerned,
message to
of course, you said that she has the administrative. Yes.
It is also a message to women
and also
supporters
the fact
of the
that,
party.
Perhaps the BJP wants to. Yeah, and the fact that the BJP wants to continue their legacy of first having Sushma Swaraj as their woman chief minister, and then, of course, continuing with that legacy of a woman chief minister with Rekha Gupta. But as far
in
as
fact,
the
they even
challenges are
had
concerned,
announced
Professor Suresh,
Kiran Bedi
Rekha
as the
Gupta
chief
will have a
ministerial
line of
candidate.
challenges. Yes.
They
Which
had
was
even
withdrawn
named
later, of
Kiran
course,
Bedi
and
as
then
the chief minister
that time, of
candidate.
course, Mr. Harshvardhan had come.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So that legacy they want to continue. But as far as the challenges are concerned, she's got a whole list of challenges in front of her, whether it's, the air pollution, of course, tops. And you talked about the middle class. It's not just the middle class. Every strata of society, of the public, is affected by it. You've got sewage systems which are, untreated. There is a lot of problem as far as garbage is concerned. So a whole list of challenges that Rekha Gupta is up for now.
Absolutely. But please remember, it may be our bucket list, the media's bucket list. But I think that for BJP, the first things would be to begin the implementation of all the promises, particularly the doles, women where you had announced soaps for women, you had announced for the senior citizens. These are going to be the primary. They are going to roll it out. Otherwise, the Aam Aadmi Party, which is going to be a very, very strong opposition within the assembly, is going to raise these issues of all the promises. Because BJP has been saying that it has fulfilled all the promises, whether it is in Madhya Pradesh or other states. So this would be the first litmus test. When is it going to roll it out? Over and above, please remember that Delhi, has a huge debt also. The treasuries are not, the coffers are not full. So obviously there would be support from the central government. But having said that, the third challenge, if you ask me, is that despite the central government, it's a double engine government. There are neighboring states which are, BJP ruled. The MCD is not with the BJP. And that how they are going to deal with, is the chief minister going to have a cordial relationship with them, or is it going to be a confrontationist relationship, the manner in which we had witnessed the relationship between the Delhi and the central government in the last few years? That is going to be, because MCD has a very important role in the development of the city. So that is going to be another very important factor before her.
Sure, of course, Arvind Kejriwal has tweeted out congratulating Rekha Gupta and saying we will be cooperating with the new chief minister for the development of Delhi. Let's see if his words and actions match. But thank you very much, Professor K.G. Suresh, for joining us tonight and sharing your perspective. With that, ladies and gentlemen, let's also go to my other guests on the show. Pradeep Mahar is with us and Syed Asad Abbas is with us. We're also expecting Abhinandita Mathur of the Aam Aadmi Party to join us. Syed Asad Abbas, let me begin with you. How do you see this new announcement of the Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta? As we were talking about, not just gender, but there are other considerations that have been put forth while naming the new Delhi Chief Minister.
With great power, there's great responsibility and equal accountability. Of course, a hearty congratulations to Rekha Gupta ji. I'm sure it is equally applauded by the party, by Mr. Arvind Kejriwal as well. Let us also understand that it's not a new entry to politics. Rekha Gupta ji has won the Dusu elections. She's also been a president of the same. What really makes me happy, Shreya ji, is the fact that it is a woman chief minister of Delhi. We know the reign of Sushma Swaraj. We know the great work done under the able leadership of Sheila Dikshit ji. And of course, Atishi to hold the realm quite recently. Now, Rekha Gupta ji coming in, this is going to be undoubtedly quite a volley of challenges which will come through. Air quality index is one of which, because the world is looking at Dilwalon Ki Dilli.
Yeah.
I've always believed this is not just Dilwalon Ki Dilli, but Dimag Walon Ki Dilli too. They know who they have voted for and they're looking forward to it. The other challenges here, of course, the garbage, keeping in mind the various implementation of schemes, guarantees, all of that, 2,500 rupees into women's bank accounts, and so many more doles that have been laid out. This is going to be quite interesting as to how the Bharatiya Janata Party is going to bring it forward. The mantle of leadership belonging to Rekha Gupta ji, undoubtedly, women leaders play a very large role and a percentage when it comes to voting for a party to rule Delhi. So therefore, this is going to be very interesting.
Sure, and
what was
women have,
uncommon
of
this time
course,
is
overwhelmingly,
the Bhar-
overwhelmingly supported the BJP. Let me also get in Pradeep Mahar into this conversation. Pradeep Mahar, it's great that Rekha Gupta has been announced as Delhi's new chief minister, but what made this entire announcement interesting is what Nitin Gadkari tweeted and then edited, which was the fact that Parvesh Verma has been named the deputy CM, and then there was no tweet about it later. After that, he edited it. What happened? The giant slayer was not rewarded for his hard work by his own party?
Thing. It's kind of a humanitarian error. Errors are there. Anybody can. There are many tweets that we make and we delete it. So there's not a big issue in this. As far as this decision is concerned, one thing is very important. Delhi is not only just a city; it is our capital city, and it is the face of India. Whosoever comes from anywhere in on the globe and reaches to India. So first thing, most of the people experience is that is our capital, and that has to be beautiful. So the kind of responsibilities she's coming with, I mean, Delhi is not handed over to her not in a good condition at all. We all know about it. So she has to work really hard, and she has a lot of experience. She understands the basic, thing that they have to develop Delhi, and she will be working for that. As far as pollution is concerned, the Yamuna is concerned, condition of the roads is concerned, garbage management is concerned, everything has to be, turned around in Delhi in order to make it much look better. So that is most important. She has a lot of responsibility, and the selection has not been done. I mean, there are many discussions going on and the reasons going on. Somebody saying Bania or whatever. The most important factor that brought out was her experience and her past performance records. And that is how the decision has been made so that she can be successful chief minister in Delhi.
Can I come on
Consideration
to
of
that,
her
Shreya
past,
ji?
of his past work and his hard work should have been taken into consideration with Parvesh Verma. But before you answer that question, let me also quickly play out those reactions that came in after the announcement. Pradeep Mahar, I'll come back to you. Let's just listen into those reactions that have come in after the announcement.
रेखा गुप्ता जी को बहुत बहुत बधाई देना चाहूंगी दिल्ली की मुख्यमंत्री बनने पर और मैं उम्मीद करती हूं कि जो जो वादे भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने दिल्ली के लोगों को किए हैं जिसके आधार पर उनको जनादेश मिला है रेखा गुप्ता जी उनको पूरा करेंगी और मैं रेखा गुप्ता जी को ये भी कहना चाहूंगी कि उनको कोई भी मदद किसी भी समर्थन की जरूरत हो दिल्ली के विकास के लिए तो आम आदमी पार्टी उनके समर्थन के लिए हमेशा तैयार खड़ी रहेगी। ये खुशी की बात है कि एक और महिला मुख्यमंत्री दिल्ली को मिली है। अगर आप देखिए अभी देश में इतने राज्य हैं लेकिन सिर्फ एक महिला मुख्यमंत्री ममता बनर्जी हैं और अभी के समय में दूसरी महिला मुख्यमंत्री रेखा गुप्ता जी बनेंगी। मैं ये मानती हूं कि ये महिला प्रतिनिधित्व हमारे देश के लिए हमारे लोकतंत्र के लिए बहुत अच्छी बात है।
बस आशीर्वाद काम करते रहो आशीर्वाद लेते रहो। खुशी है घर में माहौल है ऐसे ही परिवार में खुशी आई है ऐसे ही बढ़ते रहो आगे।
विधायक दल का नेता चुनने के बाद जो वातावरण है खुशी का उसको शब्दों में नहीं बता सकते और रेखा गुप्ता को भी बधाई दिल्ली को भी बधाई नरेंद्र मोदी जी को धन्यवाद पार्लियामेंट्री बोर्ड को धन्यवाद।
All right, let me go across to my colleague Kritika, who's at the BJP office in the national capital. Kritika, you and I had been talking about this all evening, and finally the name announcement happened. Rekha Gupta, of course, being announced as the new chief minister. What is the sense there? Get us the latest that's happening there at the party office. I believe now they're going to be, they are at the LG residence.
Yes, in fact, we've also moved to the LG residence now, and on your screens you'll be able to see how the security arrangement have also been heightened, considering that the CM-elect, along with senior leaders of the BJP, which include Bhaijan Panda, which includes the Delhi unit chief Virendra Sachdeva, as well as the MPs are also inside along with her. Former Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad is also present. They're waiting for the LG to reach them, and that is when they will stake their claim to form the government, the first official act, and tomorrow we will have the swearing in. So definitely we're expecting some more leaders to reach here as well. But so far the sense has been from the reactions as well that we've been tracking since the announcement of Rekha Gupta's name as the CM-elect. Now, everyone's pointing out towards how this is a great opportunity, in fact, for all the plans that Prime Minister Narendra Modi had set out in the BJP Sankalp Patra to be taken forth by a woman chief minister. In fact, this is right after Sushma Swaraj lost the Delhi elections 26-27 years ago. We're seeing again now with BJP's historic victory back in the national capital. The victory is will be now headed by the woman chief minister, and her entire journey has also been one with strong association with the Bharatiya Janata Party. She's risen through ranks, served as the councillor, as the DUSU president, in fact, in her days with the ABVP, and now as the CM face. And in fact, this is something which will be which we expect to pay off in the long run as well, considering the number of schemes that the Bharatiya Janata Party had promised in their Sankalp Patra aiming at women. Currently, here are the visuals once again at the LG office, and we are seeing that the inside visuals also that we've received, the leaders are waiting. They're waiting for the LG to reach as well, so they could stake their claim to form the government. And tomorrow is when it still remains to be seen what names will be announced for the Council of Ministers. Will it be something that we can expect to hear after this particular meeting, or will we have to wait this night more and only find out that by the time of the swearing in tomorrow? It's certainly the other thing that we are tracking right now. Over to you.
Right. All right, Kritika, thanks very much for joining us at the moment and getting us the latest outside the Delhi LG's residence. There you can see visuals on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Rekha Gupta, the new Chief Minister of Delhi, along with the Delhi BJP unit, including Parvesh Singh Verma and the two observers that the BJP had picked for this entire process to take place. Hectic parleys, that crucial meeting taking place at the BJP headquarters. The LG VK Saxena also honouring and welcoming Rekha Gupta, who will be taking oath tomorrow along with her Council of Ministers. We will keep getting you more on this, but right now it's time to wrap this debate up. Pradeep Mahar and Syed Asad Abbas, thank you very much to both of you for joining us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we're heading for a short break. News and updates will continue on the other side.